We're back. This time around we're taking a look at another old game. This one's Dixit. It's been re-released a couple times and there's a couple different versions out now, but this one's the original one, and we'll get right in and take a look. This is basically a game for 3 to 6 players. They say 8 and up, which is about right for it. 30 minutes give or take depending on your players. It's a very interesting concept of a game. They have a great explanation here on the back. Basically, you're going to have a hand of these cards, and I'll get to them when I open it up. And you pick one out of there, and then whoever's turn it is has to give a story, sentence, or keyword based on that card. Everybody else is going to pick a card that fits that same story or keyword that they say. And then you put them all down, and everybody votes for which one they think the original one was. And then you add up the scores and see who got what. Inside we have our rules. Kind of nice, they're in full color. It's only a little fly out sheet in here. It's not actually a book, but there isn't a lot to learn to this game. And they go over everything real quick on there. There's many different versions of this one. This is just the basic one. There's a deluxe version where the inside of the box actually turns into a score counter, and it's really kind of a neat thing. The board itself has a different scorekeeping options on here, and that, as well as the points tracker. The board's actually pretty good size. One of the cute things is that the score counters are little bunnies, and they actually stand up on the board, and you can use them to keep track. Each color has a thing of voting tokens. The deck itself for the game is pretty massive. I think there's 84 cards, and then there's expansions to add more cards. So once you kind of got used to them, after you play through several times, you can kind of really guess what cards are what. There isn't that much variety. So then you add in the expansions. The really nice thing about the original box here is that they gave you slots for all the extra expansion decks right in there. So the actual one that comes with it only takes up one of these slots. So you have all these extra slots that you can put future decks in and keep everything right in the same box, which is nice. The artwork on the card is kind of interesting and unique. It really takes some skill to come up with words to describe what you're seeing in the cards without giving away the complete picture. So you really have to think about things and what you want to say, because you don't want to completely give it away, but at the same time you want to give a vague enough description where people can find things in their own hand to play to go with it. So definitely an interesting game. Uses a lot of imagination. It's kind of a interesting mechanic. It's a very interesting game. It's got some unique mechanics. It's done very well for what it is. It has a lot of replayability depending on the imaginations of the people that you're playing with. That's another one that's a lot more interesting to see being played. You can look on YouTube. There's lots of different gameplay videos of it. Again, Tabletop did a version of it. Check theirs out if you want. And you can see the way the game actually plays and get a feel for it that way. It's definitely unique and interesting if you're looking for something different. And again, with all the extra expansions to add extra cards to the game, there's lots of replayability there as well. That's it for this one, and we'll see you in the next video.